do that Christmas thing.
Getting ready for Christmas, yeah. Good.
Well, you guys are doing the full VIP with holding the sauce and everything, right?
Yes.
Well, awesome. Well, if you want, you can go ahead and have a seat, and I'll drop this cute little guy in your lap.
All right, I'll
Make
take
that Christmas get started.
That's right.
So, just a couple rules with the holding of the sloths, and the biggest thing is don't put your hands inside their mouths.
Oh, well.
Okay. Kind of common sense. Hey, you can come on in and just shut that door. You're good.
I was trying to listen as I could.
Yeah.
It was secret. You missed it. I gave out winning lottery numbers,
Right.
and you missed them.
No, you missed it.
I hope you wrote them down. I
She said she's got it.
Mine.
So some of the rules we're going over is just when you're petting the sloths, don't put your finger inside their mouths because they can't see.
Right.
And
Put something in their mouth, they don't think it's food.
exactly. And when you're petting, you just want to do really long, slow, even pets. So the more calm you are, that keeps them calm, and you'll probably end up just being really chill. So they'll kind of move around like this all the time. I kind of call it the Stevie Wonder Wonder.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they do the whole time, and I think it's the cutest thing ever.
Yeah.
I'm going to put him in his lap, and then we're going to feed him. But when you're petting him, just do this. Don't do that cat scrunch thing.
Right.
They don't like it.
They don't like the...
And if he goes to lean back, he's not going to fall. He's just leaning back. But don't scratch his belly. He hates it.
Oh.
All sloths do. If you
Oh,
scratch
wow.
their belly, they're like, nah, what are you doing?
Don't touch me.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to put him in your lap. You ready?
Yeah.
She's
Waited
All
all
you
my
have
life
to
for
do is
this.
just relax. He'll do all the work. You
Waited
just
all my life for this.
relax. There you go.
Now this Flash?
This is Dash.
Or Dash, okay.
It is Dash.
Oh my gosh.
And this is a little bit of, you can put that kind of near his mouth, and we'll see if he wants to have a little snack.
Are you hungry?
If he doesn't want that, we'll change up and do a couple other ones.
Maybe. Oh.
You got a little nibble.
There you go.
Look how cute.
So we have 4 sloths here, but they're all 2-toed or 2-fingered Linnaeus sloths. The reason that we don't have any 3-fingered is they really need to eat the leaves of the Psychopia tree. And this little girl right here is Chloe.
Yeah, oh, I saw her this morning. I was
Oh,
like, she
you
was trying to
watching?
climb out of that. She was trying to climb out of that basket.
And that's not where she lives, obviously. That's just
Yeah.
where she just rides down here. Sometimes people see that and they get all worried, and I'm like, well, when you have a baby, you put the baby in the baby carrier and
Right,
then
that's
move
the
it.
same thing. You want some more?
So in the wild, the sloths are going to live to 20 to 30 years. But in captivity, there were 2 in Germany. They made it to 52 and 54 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing that on that
Mhm.
thing. I'll set my phone in there.
Yeah, I can take pictures if you guys want me to. If he's not interested in that, I can hold
Yeah,
it.
he took a little nibble and
Yeah.
that was it.
I'm going to chop him up something else and see if he wants that then. They get a variety of foods from sweet potatoes to carrots, mangoes, spinach. It's basically a buffet for sloths all the time.
How long have y'all been here?
So we've been here for about 5 years, but we've just opened up to the public, like if you weren't staying here
Yeah.
within like the last year and a half, because before that you had to stay here.
Oh, okay.
So that's, you know, that's the reason there weren't as many people. But, I mean, we get people from all over the world.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that like on your lives, you know, people chiming in and stuff. I'm like,
It's
"That's
pretty
so
fun."
cool." So when you subscribe to the thing, I was just looking at that this morning, like,
I'm trying to do more like behind the scene lives, and right now, just like, it just goes to help, honestly, because some people know that they'll probably never be able to come and actually hold
Right.
an animal, and I think they just want to show the appreciation of all the time, because we do try to do a lot of lives for everybody.
right. Oh yeah, we enjoy the lives. We watch them all the
Well,
time.
thank you.
Anytime you're on, we're watching. We'll watch later if we can't watch
Yeah,
live.
sometimes we miss the live, but then it'll, you know, comes up later.
Yeah,
And
well,
we
that's
watch
good.
it.
Well, thank you. And if there's anything we can do different, let us know. We're always trying to learn and do better. How long you guys lived up there in Kentucky?
I was born and raised in Kentucky,
Oh,
western
nice.
Kentucky, and then
I've lived there about 30 years.
yeah.
I used to go up to Red River Gorge to climb. Pretty up there.
Mm-hmm.
I got you on video too.
Oh.
So another animal that we have here that is actually kind of related to the sloths are armadillos.
Yeah.
Okay, so that little three-banded armadillo, him and the sloths and anteaters are the only animals that can ball themselves all the way up. So they're all Zathorans. I
She
know.
says, hey,
Oh,
She's
look.
like,
She's like, I smell carrots.
what are you cutting up out here? Could I have some of that?
Buddy.
I'll let them see real quick.
So cute.
She had to get a little snack.
Yeah, very interesting.
Little bonus for y'all, get to hang out with the baby while you're holding that one.
Yeah.
So a lot of people ask, they're like, hey, like, are your animals forced to do anything, you know? And we try to explain to them that that is not true because, like, Flash, so this is normally supposed to be his encounter, right? So the way that we always schedule everything is if one sloth isn't feeling it, then we just do something with the other one. So it's not like, go to your positions. It's,
Right.
no, we're going to
It's
hang
not
out with
like
some
you-
animals. It's going to be one of these, and we're going to learn about them.
Are you going to go to sleep?
They sleep about 15 to 20 hours a
Yeah.
day.
His eyes are
So they're in a constant state of snack and go.
Yeah.
I think they're what most teenagers strive to be.
Yeah.
Maybe not teen, maybe everybody, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Occasional nap, so.
I don't think I can just sit still that long is my problem.
I can't believe that took me so long to discover you all. Cause,
Let's see if I like this.
oh, look, you got some different little snacks.
He was looking your direction, like,
Yeah, that's the ticket.
there we are. Yeah, he took a bite of that.
Before they were too long and he couldn't break them, and I think they were kind of getting caught in his mouth, but he likes them smushed.
Ah.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, so a few years ago, of course, I've been a sloth lover for years, but we discovered the place up in Carlisle,
Mm-hmm.
the Wentz Wildlife,
Right.
and they have sloths. And so we went up there, me and my daughter and the grandkids, we've been up there several times just because I just wanted to go see the sloths. And that was amazing, but I'm like, I want to hold one. But they don't let you hold them there.
Right.
They did recently start doing like encounter type things where you can go in their pen with them and, you know, like pet them and take pictures and like get up close, but you don't get to hold them.
Right. And every animal's different. You know, we don't hold all of our sloths. We don't hold Flash, and he's never been held. And
Right.
at certain times, we might give an animal a break and be like, okay, you're just going to kind of relax and do your animal thing. But every time I went in to get Dash this morning, he has just reached out for me and been like, hey,
Are you ready to
yeah.
go?
He's like, what are you doing? Let's go
Awesome.
on a ride.
You're a team player, huh?
I think he kind of looks like Superman. Like when you reach in there for him, he's like, I'm ready.
I was just telling her, did you have a video like yesterday or the day before with the spider monkeys?
Yes. Yeah, 2 days ago. Yeah.
Well, of course, you know, Siri's always listening. And I saw a reel, and someone had a reel up, and they were showing having spider monkeys for pets is dangerous, and they're in a room much like y'all's, and they were throwing them around, and the spider monkeys was just having a ball.
Yeah.
And I thought, hey, you know,
And it's different too, you know. It's like if your monkey knows that that's how you play with you, that's fine. But then if somebody else was like, "Oh, all monkeys play like that," and they start doing it, then the monkey gets mad at them. They're like, "I'm like, why would you expect the same thing to happen?" Our life adventures or our family adventures, they're pretty good friends with the owners, and they are some of the people that have a bunch of monkeys in Tennessee. And that's what they do. They do a good job, Jamie and Kevin. Yep. And actually, the parrots that we have, the macaws, Tiki, I think, came from them, and then the kangaroos that they have came from us.
Wow.
I think that that's good to everybody get along and be happy.
yeah.
Was that it? That's all you
I love y'all's shirts.
Thank you.
Those are awesome. We some people get special shirts made up for sloth stuff when they come, because some people it's a big journey.
want. Yeah.
She's got dozens of sloth shirts. I told her, I said, you need to wear your sloth shirt, but I don't have any. So I told her, I said, but we went to a manatee encounter
Oh, cool.
a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And so we had pictures, someone taking pictures while we were there.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a manatee that was like right in front of me. And the girl took a picture and actually took a video of the manatee, and then came up and there I was. So we took a screenshot of that manatee, and she works at a place that they make t-shirts.
Oh, cool.
She printed these. And
That's awesome.
so I have a t-shirt that says, this manatee swam with me.
Because
Oh.
he doesn't swim. He doesn't swim. He was just floating. Yeah. So.
Were there any gators down there during the manatees?
We didn't see him.
Yeah.
But
No, I think most of the time, like the gators, like they're in the warmer water,
Yeah.
and the manatees like the colder,
Okay.
like the spring water. I'm not saying they ain't there, but
I've kayaked around some alligators, but man, they're not my idea of fun.
yeah, I don't. We want to go down there and kayak
Oh yeah.
with and see the manatees down there, but
We paddled a little bit through I took my daughter down to the Okefenokee a little bit, and I was like, that's a lot of gators, and they look big.
yeah.
Well, this is a pretty good Christmas, holding a sloth on Christmas Eve.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I told him. Well, we saw the thing which we've been talking about, like I said, ever since I discovered you a few months ago, and then we saw the thing with the gift certificates, and I'm like, you can't really beat that deal.
Oh,
I was
so is
like,
that how you guys did it?
I was
yeah.
like, that would be a
That's what I
great
thought people
Christmas
would
I-
present.
I
That'll
told
be
her,
our
I said,
Christmas.
I think we'll get some more gift certificate before that offer goes away.
Yeah.
I said,
I think it
We'll be
stops
down.
tonight.
Yeah, tonight.
we'll be down here. We'll probably be down here again
What you
in the
think
next
about
year.
it?
Yeah, I always tell people, I'm like, you can get it in any amount, 100 to 500, any
Mhm.
denomination. We don't care if it's Catholic or Protestant. I think he liked that bowl of carrot. I'll take that.
Yeah,
for you.
he chopped down for just
That
for a
was
second.
the jam. Chopping that up small.
You got a piece of rice hanging on your lip. You eat it?
So we really try to foster like a good community of sloth education with other sloth keepers. So we're always talking and trying to network about diet ideas and hey, how is this health doing? So it's much better, I think, to have an open network of communication than like I have my information.
Right, I'm telling you what I
Yeah.
do. I'm gonna tell you my secret.
I'm like, let's just put it out there and let us know. Keep the animals healthy. So Flash's area goes up 2 stories, and then once it's warm enough outside, all the sloths can go outside, but it does need to be that 75 to 80. Sometimes in early spring, Flash will go over there, like start putting his nose on it, like, hey, like.
So it's like, so they have like a little.
Well, we just
area
open that
where
door right there, and it looks just like it's like half of this room
Oh,
right
okay.
outside.
Oh, cool.
But he'll put his nose out there, like I really want to try it.
wanna go out.
So occasionally we'll be like, okay, go out there. And he goes out there and he's like, it's too cold.
Too
He comes
cold.
back in and he's like, no. He's funny. So cute.
Do you wanna?
I'll take my turn here.
Oh yeah, well, so we will definitely switch, but the biggest stressor for them is the switching. So that's the reason that we don't do the big circle where we put them on like the pillow and everybody touch.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the reason, like we do let people hold them, but it's not like a huge group.
Right, right.
And I'm probably
Keep it
loud enough for 10
small.
people. So.
Keep it small and personal, which
Mhm.
is.
Let's see if Flash is even. Hey Flash, you thinking about it, bud? Oh, I see your head. Can we get a banana? Let's get a banana. He's awake now.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is like, I remember having friends like this that wouldn't wake up until like 2 in the afternoon. You're like, come on man, there's something to do.
You want banana too? Did you hear banana?
Hey Flash.
Dash said, did you say banana?
He smelled it. So because their vision's so horrible, their sense of smell and hearing is really good.
Yeah.
So anytime they smell or hear something they like or dislike, they would. Flash is moving. He may be coming down.
Coming to visit, Dad, or Flash?
Yeah, it is
Flash,
like
Dash.
it's Dr. Seuss up in here. We got Flash and Dash, Zoe and Chloe.
Yeah.
I'm probably a little responsible for that.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, as long as you keep them straight.
You still down here, bud? I need to blow one more time. So the Finnick foxes, I've been trying to hold them when I'm hanging out with the sloths, and their little ears are always going. I think these sloths. I'm gonna try to do something to that fox. Hey, Flash.
Oh, I see.
And I don't know what. Hey, and if you want to stand up to come in here and watch this, man, you are more than welcome to. This is all for y'all. I almost ate that banana, honestly. I was like, wait, that's not mine.
Flash, he's
Hey,
got
Flash.
pictures. Where you going, Dash?
We gave them some avocado yesterday, and it was like the nicest avocado ever. You know, like sometimes you get avocados and you're like,
And
well,
they're, yeah,
a rock or rotten.
right. But then you get the one that's like
Perfect.
perfect consistency.
Yeah. I was like, I might take this avocado. So actually, part of the reason that we have avocados today is there used to be really big sloths, and they were so big they couldn't live in trees, and so they'd make huge tunnels. But they would eat avocados, and so back up just a little bit and let them come all the way through.
Okay.
You're fine. He just is like, they smell
He-
everything.
He stopped, so that was a.
You're good, bud. We're right here. I'm gonna give you just a little nut. So we don't feed them too much fruit because there's fructose in it,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, buddy.
Mm.
And he might curl up just a little bit, but now that he's had a little bit of that banana, and I'm gonna give Dash just a tad too. Here you go, bud.
Dash is like, yeah, I'm smelling that banana. Oh, yeah. That's what I was waiting for. Good.
So that extra cage that we have sitting in there, that's just at night where we let Dash hang out, because when you're transitioning two animals to be around each other, you don't just throw them in as a free-for-all,
Right.
because that doesn't work out with humans either.
Right.
It would be like if someone's like, hey, here's your new roommate.
Right.
You've never met.
I've never met. There you go. You're gonna live together. Okay, good.
Yeah, that Wentz Farm, when we first discovered them, was it right after they had their first little baby? And they had no idea the sloth was
We had
pregnant.
went
Oh,
there
wow.
before, yeah, and they just, all of a sudden, they was like, guess what? We have a baby.
They were
And
probably
we
pretty
just happened to
excited.
be up in Lexington that day, and I was like, oh, we gotta go. So we actually got to see the baby sloth when it was just like a day old. What are you doing?
I've got nanner stuck in my teeth.
Oh, it's hilarious when they dig fruit out.
Is it stuck in your tooth?
It's like Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah. Did you get it? I think you did. I think you did. Yeah. You sure are a handsome guy. Yeah. Flash is coming
Flash just kind of hanging out there like.
All right, Flash, we got it for you, bud. He's like, I'm doing my own thing.
in.
It's
Dash is
Christmas."
like, wait, what? What do you got? Yeah, I smell it.
Yeah, Dash is like, if Flash doesn't want that banana, I do.
Just a little bit.
The
There you
baby's peeking out too.
Yeah.
I know it's a little cold. Oh, that's, man. See,
No.
this is why I find it. I'm like,
Look.
it's like do you guys remember Gremlins?
Yeah.
You know, when he brought in like the little Mowgli and it's in the basket? That's what I always think of with the
Yeah.
sauce.
Hi.
She's like, I'm posing.
Yep. Strike a pose.
That's easy.
Strike a pose.
And actually, if you want, you can take that little thing of rice right there
Mm-hmm.
and let her, just the rice part, not the carrots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, dude.
Pretty fun. Flash, what'd you decide, bro?
Yeah, this is just a rough job for you, ain't it?
It's fun.
Just get to hang out with
Yeah.
the sloths all day and the armadillos and
The monkeys.
the monkeys, yeah.
That was my daughter
That's
out
what
there
I
running around. She's
Yeah, we saw her on the video this morning when she stuck her head on the video right
Uh-huh.
quick. So when we pulled up out there, she came out and I was like, oh, there's his daughter.
she's a sweetheart.
You still got bananas stuck in your teeth?
Oh, that's a cute picture. You might have to send me that one. His arms are like wrapped around it. I lived up in Cookville for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and I was young. I was like 18 or 19, and had some silly vehicle. But I remember driving around so many awesome roads right up there on the border, you know, between Tennessee and Kentucky.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the best. Flash, you just gonna sleep right there? You never do that. He's like, I'm gonna make life difficult for you. Pretty peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had a heart rate on like one of those little monitors, you know, when they came in. And they were really excited when they came in. Their heart rate was like 100 or something, right? And then by the end of it, their heart rate was down to like 40. They were just so
They
relaxed.
just chill, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was distracted. She kind of backed off like, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm getting out of the way.
Right? I'm not done eating yet. That's you just the best Christmas present ever. Yeah. See my granddaughter, I didn't even tell her we were coming. She'll be so jealous.
Uh-oh.
But
But
she
you,
just turned 9, so. And then if they have to be 14 to hold the sloths.
no, I don't think for the small ones.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like 9 or 10
Okay.
for Chloe. Like there's one that goes like cuddles or snuggles. The one with her, I think you can be like 9 or 10.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes even maybe send an email to Donna and explain it. But it's just like the older ones, like Dash and Zoe, because
Right.
they're so much heavier, because they have claws. Like if you're little and those claws like come around you, you feel like it's trying to hurt you, and it's not.
So they might like.
Yeah.
And be like, ah.
And so that's the reason we
Yeah.
set that limit, because the animal safety and the people's safety is the most important.
Right. Like I said, she'll be the one that'll be jealous. She'll be like, why did you take me? Well, see, but I'm still gonna say, well, you have to be 14.
Flash, what did you decide up here, bud? You're just gonna.
I thought about sending a picture to Tyler because Tyler said, hey, would you?
Yeah, I know.
I was like, somebody might be watching who you know. Who do you want to be watching? You can tell them to watch. We're on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube.
We were going to, but we don't have any service down here, so.
Yeah, our service is pretty bad.
If you need to jump on the Wi-Fi, let me know.
Alright.
Put you on it.
We'll just, the video will be there and we'll
Yeah.
share it and say.
It'll be
hey,
awesome.
If you want to know where we were at.
as well?
this is
And
where we were.
Facebook, yeah, so you can share with everybody.
Oh, nice. I knew the Facebook, but I didn't
Yeah.
even realize that you had the YouTube. I don't do TikTok.
We do, we go on X and Instagram. I don't do Twitch much just because it's a lot to set up, but usually those three we stay on. When it's like 2 young people, I can't put it live on TikTok, which is kind of good, but they have a restriction where if it's alive, like my daughter can only be on it for a second, even though it's my daughter.
Yeah. Just because of the age.
Yeah, which, hey, there are some weird people out there, so
Oh,
I'm
there are.
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm 100% alright with that.
You're just chowing down, ain't you? You worked up an appetite.
She's about the cutest.
Dash, we're gonna go sleep now. They gonna go sleep
Start this one because that's the cutest ever. That's adorable. What a good Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm. We'll be
That's
talking
what I
about this
said.
for a month.
Best Christmas ever. Like I said, I don't, and before I discovered that you all were here, it was one of those things like, what am I gonna have to do? Go to like Roatan or Honduras or someplace? Because a friend of ours, they did that a couple years ago. Went to, I think, Roatan, one or the other. Anyways, and they got to hold the sloths, and I was so jealous.
And now that's illegal in Honduras and Costa Rica.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, she was saying you can't do it no more. I'm like, listen, I found a place.
And part of the reason for that, though, is what was happening is people were just running out in the jungle and grabbing wild sloths.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
And so it's like, well, they couldn't regulate every little back road because everybody's like, oh yeah, it's third tree down the left, 6th line up. I know
Yeah.
exactly where the sloths are, you know? So
All
it's
right.
like, it's like trying to stop people from deer hunting in North Georgia.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So they had to put a stop to it. And none of these animals
You're so
came
cute.
from the jungle either.
They've all
Yeah,
been,
so-
like born and raised
In captivity.
captivity.
Yeah, and even the start of these 3 sloths was over 30 years ago, and it was an injured sloth that couldn't even go back to the jungle.
Oh.
And the reason the person started breeding them from that point is he was worried about the same thing that's happened to the white rhino, because it just got hunted to extinction,
Mm-hmm.
and if they weren't in captivity, they would be completely gone.
Right.
We were just down, we just came off of a cruise and stopped in Homosassa, Florida, and saw some manatees there. And
Oh,
they,
yeah.
they had some manatees in there that they were rehabilitating.
Right, from prop hits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Prop hits, and then one was sick or something, I forgot now what, but they had 3 of them there and they were feeding them heads of lettuce.
Oh yeah.
The guy was sitting there going that they, I guess,
They call them like sea
he put
cows.
out
or
like
Yeah.
1,500
Yeah.
pounds of lettuce in one day.
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, they eat a lot. They're like romaine lettuce.
I hope they have a good contract with maybe somebody who doesn't need that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure they probably
They-
have somebody
he had a
that grows it
wheelbarrow.
for 'em.
He had a wheelbarrow full and was empty by the time we got there. We
Yeah.
just stored them out in the water. They were going to town on it.
Well, it's 11:30. You guys want to switch? Is that cool?
Sure.
Yeah, 'cause I don't want to be the only one to get to hold.
Yeah.
Come here, bud. Reach up. Yeah, so see a lot of people when
Wow.
they're like, oh,
Yeah,
does the
look-
sloth want to
so
hang
he
out?
knows. That is so
He kind of
cool.
knows the routine, huh?
He's getting a good grip. Give me just a second.
There you go.
Hey, buddy.
Oh,
I don't know. Hi. We're going to go over there.
That's so
Okay.
cute. Like he knows.
Yeah. Second, we're going to take a little ride.
So cute.
I'll let you maneuver
Yeah.
him, let him go wherever he wants to go.
And
We get to go sit on a different lap now. Yeah.
let's see.
Seems like, I'll get you something.
I like these new smush mix. I think they really like the sound of their food being prepped.
Yeah.
You know, like, see how he's like,
Yeah, he's
"Here,
like,
I'll let you
here, I
hold it."
know what you got there.
Yeah.
Which one? Oh, you want the
Carrots.
carrot, don't you? Yeah, you
Yeah.
right for the carrot.
Once they were smushed, that's the key. Get
Yeah,
it,
you like some
Dash.
smushed up. You got some on your nose.
I'm saving that for later.
Yeah.
Let's see if Flash is filming these. This might be the.
Flash is going back up.
Oh man.
Where you going, buddy?
Chloe's like, well, I guess I'm not gonna get fed. I'm just gonna lay back down.
He's like, no, I don't think so.
He paused for a minute.
Yeah.
He was like, that does, I mean, they smell good. Let's see if
Goodness.
You know, I was.
Took about 3 bites of carrots, all in one bite.
Yeah.
I would think I was probably 30 before I realized that sweet potatoes didn't have to have marshmallows on them to be
Yeah.
sweet.
Right.
You know, like,
Yeah.
growing up in the South, I was like, yeah, you put
Yeah.
marshmallows on them. They're like, no, they're sweet without it. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Mar-
And that's my sweet potatoes. Just a
marshmallows are
little,
rare in my house with sweet
just
potatoes.
butter,
Oh,
just
man.
a little
My
bit of butter.
mom
maybe
would just
some
fry
salt
them up
and
with a little butter and brown sugar, and that's it. No marshmallows at all. And so when I started seeing it with marshmallows, I was like, why marshmallows? That's the way you're supposed to do it. No, it ain't.
I was like, I'm surprised I didn't die of like a heart attack by the time I was 12.
They chowing him now.
Mm-hmm.
It was good though.
Oh yeah, I love fried sweet potatoes.
So how much do they eat of that? Like,
10% of their body weight.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. So he weighs like 10 pounds, so he's eating like a pound of food a day. But when they use the bathroom, they're losing 30% of their weight.
I know. I remember
Yeah.
the one video that you, and then you was talking about the parasite. Or
Yeah,
what?
there's
I
these.
had never heard of that. I mean, I knew they only used the bathroom like every 7 to 10 days because me and my granddaughter, that's one of the things that we talk about, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
When they come down in that pile of stuff, their bathroom, right? The sloth moth is living in there. And-
Sloth moth, yeah.
Yep, and then it crawls up under their fur. And then when they go up in the tree, the sloth moth is living there. And then they have 100 to 200 bugs all over them, right? Just covered. I
Yeah,
would be going crazy because you would have all these things crawling on you.
right.
But then when they groom themselves, that's when they get the protein and the bacteria, and then they ingest that.
So they eat the sloth moths.
Yep.
So that's where they get their protein.
Exactly.
That's intelligent design.
Exactly.
Wow.
By
Yep.
God Almighty Himself.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's just not by chance.
Yeah,
Exactly.
right.
Yeah.
So
It's pretty amazing. I'm like, well, they both couldn't have just randomly happened at the same time. I was like, it's funny. My daughter wanted to buy one of those, tickets that you don't have a really good chance of winning, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't like to say the name on social media because sometimes people freak out. But I was trying to explain. I was like, there's a better chance of us walking out to the car and that just randomly turning into a brand new car.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
so
exactly.
when we talk about is it by chance that this happened with the animals?
Yeah.
No.
goodness.
It is pretty fun when the field trips come out because a lot of those kids, they don't get to see any of these animals at school, and then they're also told that maybe we came from an ant, and I'm like, nah. I was like, this camel here is proof, I
Yeah.
was like, look at that. I was like, there's not a tank up there. I was like, that's designed by the big guy upstairs.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever been out to Meteor Crater, Arizona?
I've driven by it.
I've been drove by it a couple times and stopped a couple times. She was with me when I stopped one time, and they explained that when the Earth was forming and stuff, that was created there.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about it, and when God was creating the planets, perhaps the planets were where He wanted them to be, and the only way to move them was with a meteor.
Ah,
And I thought, that's kind of cool.
yeah,
Mhm.
So I thought, need more proof?
yeah. Yeah, when people look at a lot of things and try to come up with proof, I'm like, well, the biggest one is the moon. What the heck?
Mhm.
That wouldn't be staying there for that long, and it's perfect. Everything just the right size, blocks the sun at this time.
Mhm.
No mega stuff.
Right. I mean, just read Genesis and the Bible. It explains it all.
So I think it was 2 weekends ago we did a live nativity here,
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys get
I've
to see
seen-
some of it
I've
live?
seen some of the videos
Yeah.
and pictures and stuff.
and it was pretty cool because it was kind of like walking from all the way of like Mary coming in to Mary seeing the angel and all the stuff. And you know, we saw some people tearing up and stuff, and there was singing was good, so I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, which we did in Somerset. There was at the park. We took the kids Friday night to. It's called Wise Men Still Seek Him,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like a drive-through.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing, like you know.
That's awesome.
And yeah, so we took the 3 grandkids and 3 of the grandkids, I guess I should say.
That's really cool.
Do you need a refill?
Nice, probably just.
Thank you for your service. Where were you?
I was at Fort Carson, Colorado,
Well, that's a good place.
and I was supposed to go to Korea, but I got blood clots in my leg and couldn't really maintain the physical standards, and
Yeah.
ended up having to get out. But
Huh.
I kind of wished I could have stayed, but I had a good experience in the Army. I was an Apache crew chief and got to work on a very expensive aircraft.
Very awesome aircraft.
Oh yeah, and designed for one purpose:
to win.
to kill and survive.
Yeah.
But
My grandpa had to leave the military about that time because of blood clot too.
my brother joined. He went to basic the day after Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait,
Oh wow.
and we were scared, but he done all right. Well, he was in preventive medicine. He inspected chow halls. He was not working real hard.
He had the good gig.
Yeah.
He talked me into joining the Army. I was in band and choir in high school.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you could join the Army and be in band and choir. I was like, that's what I want to do. Well, I went to see a recruiter.
They lied to
And
you.
the first-
Did you believe
No.
them? Oh, okay. I was
The first
lying.
video he pops in was for Apache crew chief, and
That
I
was
thought
cool.
that would be really cool.
Mhm.
And I was done.
Yeah.
And so that's what I signed up for. My brother was like, what'd you do that for? I thought it'd be cool to work on helicopters.
Right.
And I did find out later that it's extremely hard to get on the band and choir. You really have to be professional, and I was not there.
Right.
So that didn't bother me, but I really enjoyed working on helicopters. It just was cool.
Well, then you just take that and work on anything.
Yeah. And then when he got eligible for re-enlistment, and he re-enlisted, and he went and became a Chinook pilot. And he goes, now I know why you like aviation, because y'all don't do anything. And I said, exactly. I mean, we had our moments when we worked hard, but we had a lot of moments when we didn't.
Mhm.
So I liked it.
Yeah.
We were in war games, if you want to call it that, at Fort Irwin, California. And during our game, some of our soldiers got kidnapped. And our camp got infiltrated.
Yeah.
So I asked the first sergeant, I said, if this was real, would this really happen? And he said, if this was real and we had an enemy in our camp, we need to go home.
Yeah.
We don't need to be here.
I was like, you've already made a mistake.
And because the aircraft that we had at that time, they came out with the longbow after I got out. I mean, that helicopter, you can be 10, 15 miles downrange. Raise it up just long enough for the computer to get a picture of the surrounding areas and get ducked back down. Program the computer for every piece of ordnance you have on the aircraft.
Mm-hmm.
Raise up and hit fire and send everything away and go down behind the trees. And the enemy won't even hear the helicopter.
Yep.
And they they're doing their own thing, and death to America, whatever, and boom, they're
Yeah.
what happened here? So
I elected the resort route. I was Air Force. I was in Guam and Hawaii. I actually I took the requirements for PJ, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I passed, awesome, I'll do that. And then like, you had Guam, and I was like, that sounds like a resort. And it was awesome, scuba diving. I was like, I feel pretty lucky.
I got to go to Canada for about 2 weeks. Our unit was selected to train with the Canadians for Bosnia,
Mm-hmm.
and I went up as a major's driver, which was a cushy job. I didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Drove around, and we were playing war games, but in the war games, we were at a secure airfield in France.
Oh.
So we didn't have to be in like Mach 4 like everybody else did. And I remember they were fascinated with our Hunters. They had vehicles that were similar to a Jeep, but like by half the power. And one guy that we had lunch with one day, he begged the officer, "Can I drive the Hunter just for a minute?" And we let him. And he was like, "This is such an amazing vehicle." He was a paramedic and had an ambulance. And he goes, "It's got lights and siren on it. That's the best that money can buy." He said, "But it's on a vehicle that if I push down the accelerator, you could get out and almost chase it on foot." It was really slow.
That's horrible.
I think you're boring him.
Oh, he's out.
That's what he likes. Seriously, I was like, if he's chill and passing out, that's perfect.
He is out. Hey, maybe it's the soothing sound of my voice.
Maybe that's it. Maybe he got his belly full. And...
Yeah. Because your voice is deeper than mine, it's more like John's, and that's probably honestly helped Flash kind of come down a little bit.
Oh, because he heard the voice.
Like the sloths really recognize voices, and then also kind of like demeanor. So if you're just really chill and relaxed, the animals are like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm safe with you."
Right.
Right.
And I'd say with them laying right there on you, probably feels the vibration of
Right.
your voice and stuff too. He's like open mouth sleeping.
Tongue hanging out.
He's a mouth breather.
Yeah.
I said we should just set up hammocks in here and people just want to take naps with
Yeah,
sloths.
just lay on the hammock and hold
Well,
the
that
sloth.
would be cool.
That's what I was saying.
You'd have to turn the camera off during
I know, I was like,
Nap time with a sloth.
you get some open mouthers. You're like, put some over his head.
He did a number on that bowl.
He did.
Here, I'll hold that bowl for you.
He got a lot of it out of it.
He did a little bit when I was holding him, but he decided he was hungry.
We always try to feed them things that are good for them that they like.
Wow.
So do sloths have ears like under? Is it
Oh, yeah.
like under
Yeah,
their fur?
You can see it on her really good.
I mean, I know that obviously they have ears because they hear.
You see that? Right there, see it?
He's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. But they're just like ours.
Yeah.
I didn't do it, he did.
Yeah, I know. I know. I was showing you your ear.
Trying to see how you hear.
Alright, here, see if he wants a little more of this.
You woke me up, now feed me.
Yeah, right? Hey, you want some more?
You mess with my ear.
Sorry, Dad. I was showing him your ears.
So they really, I mean, like, were you digging in his fur? I guess, like, they did.
Yeah, I mean, it looks just like ours. It's not
Uh-huh.
as much like an oval. It's more like a circle. But, like if you have long hair, you just can't see your ears.
Right.
And
I
I've
mean, I knew
never...
that was in there. I guess I know they got ears.
Yeah.
They hear.
But I was gonna say, you can,
So you can
Oh,
see
yeah, you
it.
can...
Chloe, you can see hers really good because her hair's not that long.
Yeah, she wants any of that. But yeah, she's
She's
there.
over here curled up in the corner, snoozing. Hi. Hi. Are you taking
I
a
thought he was
nap?
going to eat some more. I guess
Got
not.
your belly full?
Did
You
you not wanna
taking a
nap,
nap? Huh? Taking a nap?
I'm just curious.
How old is Chloe?
She is 7 months old.
So she is
Oh yeah, she's a baby.
a little baby. Yeah. I
Yeah.
loved watching them when we went up there with the baby. Watching them mom move around the baby just hanging on him was like, it's gonna fall.
Yeah.
But I know it ain't. But it's like, how do they hold on like that?
So they really do. They fall from the trees probably once a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's not because they're clumsy. It's because they're trying to get the freshest leaves, and the freshest leaves are at the end of the branches. So sometimes the branch just bends, but really what happens is the harpy eagle. So the harpy eagle or the jaguar will try to go out and get them, and then they both go crashing to the ground, right? But the sloths have 46 ribs, 2 sets of 23, and then they even have like a connective tissue. You know, like the inside of like C-130s and C-5s when they strap everything down. So that's what the inside of their guts look like. So God designed them with like the system that keeps everything strapped down in place. So when they have those huge falls, they don't get that secondary impact because God designed them.
They just kind of roll with the punch.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I hit the ground. Oh, time to go get away. Pretty cool.
Buddy. What do you think about it? What you think
And we've got stuffed sloths all in our bedroom.
Yeah, once I started collecting, that's why I sent my granddaughter a couple years ago. She's like, your house is like a sloth house, Grammy. It's like a sloth house. I'd go visit. She'd be like, so how's the sloth house doing?
Hey,
She would crack
it's
me
good
up.
and positive. I like it.
Anything sloth, I got. That's what I said. I have sloth earrings and sloth necklaces and all that stuff. And I had thought about wearing the earrings, but they're
Oh, that's what I was trying to look at. I
They're
was
kind
like,
of dangly.
well, that's good that you
They're like
did.
little wooden. They're like wood. In fact, I think I got them up at
Yeah.
Wentz up there.
We were joking with each other as we got dressed of what you know, no damn earrings, no cologne, man.
No perfume.
We had someone that had just went and gotten fresh sloth tattoos. Like it still had the saran wrap on it. I was like, cool tattoo, but I was like, man, if the claw comes up and brushes a fresh tattoo, that's not gonna feel good.
Right?
But they were all about it. They had sloth socks. It was cute.
I've seen some pretty cool sloth tattoos. I'm like,
She's got sloth stickers on her coffee cups, mugs, and
I said we should have a sloth fest and have like sloth music and
There you
best
go,
sloth
yeah.
costume, and I think it'd be hilarious.
dress up, yeah.
Have like a sloth parade,
Yeah.
sloth talent show.
Yeah, right.
It would be fun.
Oh, you got there in his little hammock up there and snoozing.
Yeah, he's like, I'm waiting on the turkey.
Dash is like, what y'all doing? What you looking at?
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
I'm gonna check on them. I'll be right back.
All right. Well,
You guys don't run away with the sloth.
Don't steal the sloth? Okay. Buddy. So cute. I'll take another picture of you holding it.
Yeah, he's looking that way too.
Yeah. I tried to send Tyler a picture, because he's like, why you ignoring me? I called you. What are you doing? Can you hear me? I'm texting you. I said kind of busy at the moment. Sure you are. I was going to send a picture, but I don't think I got. Well, the one I clicked on was actually a video, so. Marika asked me, so what'd you get? Let me see if it'll send Tyler a picture. If I just send a picture. Gosh, doggone it. You took all these stupid videos.
Sorry.
No, that's why I wanted the videos.
This is the life. This is the life, he says.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is the life. Oh, I heard the door open. Who is it? Oh.
Oh yeah. He's like, what's that guy doing?
Might ask him for the Wi-Fi. Her son's been running cars. Last hour.
He tried to call right before we came in, and I was like, I'm kind of busy. He's like, sure you are. And
The password's just 42025.
I was going to try to, but I actually clicked on a video the first time, so I'm going to see if the picture will go through. The picture might go through.
But yeah, the Wi-Fi should work really good. That's what we have to stream
He's
on.
so funny because he hears his voice, and it's like, is it time to go?
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro. You're chilling out. He's like, are you sure? You don't wanna go on a trip? Those old 53 GMCs or whatever body style, that's what I think it is. my grandpa had brought one over for me to work on, but I was only like 14, you know, and I'm like trying to figure out what to sand it with and stuff.
So which Wi-Fi is it? Cooley River Side Farm?
Yep. And then just farm with the F capitalized and then 2025, which should work.
2025.
He's following you.
Yeah.
He's like, he's fun. He takes me on rides. That should do it.
I imagine you've handled these long enough that they know you and
Yeah.
your sloth papa.
And they spend a ton of time. Like if Donna walks in here, because I mean they hear her voice a lot, and they're like, Sloth. And John, obviously, because when they're babies, they're just spending so much time bonding with people, and that's what we try to encourage.
That's cool though, that they. And you said, how long have they been?
So Flash has been here, I think, for like 4 years now, and it took John like over a year of just every morning at 10:30 of feeding. Because before Flash came here, he was just behind a window. He was never petted, he was never interacted with, anything. So this is totally different for him.
Yeah, to be around people.
Mm-hmm. What do you think there, Dash?
But when you start the nap with the sloth,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know when. Will be first in line.
It's gonna be at siesta time.
That'll be just real cool. Just lay back and
We just need to have like a little taco truck too, you know? Have your taco, and then you're like, oh, I need a nap.
we'll have to make a t-shirt and say, we hung out with
Hung
Dash.
out with Dash.
What are you thinking?
You get the design made, we'll send it to them.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. There probably won't be too much traffic, I guess.
It wasn't bad.
Going back coming down
Going
might
back.
be a little bit different going back,
Yeah.
but
I'm always a happy camper when I don't have to jump on the interstate.
yeah.
Well, we come down through here quite a bit. She's got family in Florida, so we come through here. We live in Somerset, Nancy, and what I've learned is I can get on 27 and come all the way down to Pioneer and don't even go to London.
Yeah.
Well, if Knoxville's busy, I've learned that if I keep on coming down 27, it's a slower drive, but very little traffic. So
20, like, and then it turned into 411 or whatever. Yeah, so I love 411. So if you guys run that route, you already know. Make sure you obey the speed limit in those tiny towns. But have you guys ever stopped at Bald River Falls?
I've heard of it.
Okay, you got to stop there. Even, well, what time is it now? It's like, what, 2 o'clock, 12 o'clock?
12 almost.
Okay, yeah, it'll even be beautiful today. So it's in Tellico Plains, which is only like 45 minutes north of here. So put it in your phone. It's Bald River Falls. You'll find it right on GPS. You come up into Tellico Plains, and then you're gonna head east. And it's like once you you're going up the river, it's like another 20 minutes up the river. But it's a 90-foot waterfall that you can just drive, park right beside, get a picture, park your car on it, it's beautiful.
Wow.
And so that's Bald River that comes in.
Bald River Falls?
Yep, that's it. Yep, and it's not far. And the river that it's flowing into, so this is Tellico River and this is Bald River that comes in. If you continue up this river, like another 400 feet, you're gonna see another 10-foot waterfall that has a cool parking lot, and then another 6-foot waterfall, 8-foot waterfall, 4-foot waterfall.
Wow. So
the reason I used to always come over here is when I was younger, I had to have adrenaline all the time. So I would come over there to run those waterfalls. That's why I've been coming here so long.
I guess Tyler got a picture. It's a picture. He said, I want one.
That's what made me think of there's a place up at Colorado called Seven Falls. And it's a park where it's 7 waterfalls.
Yeah,
When you're standing on the platform, there's 7 falls right there in front of you.
yeah.
And they decorate it for Christmas.
Oh,
It's
that'd
all
be
lit up.
beautiful.
I went up there one
Yeah.
Christmas and it was beautiful.
These are separated a little bit, but there's a fishery just upstream, and they obviously stock it. So man, you get people out there fishing all the time, and sometimes I'm like, it's flood stage. I'm like, you're not gonna catch anything. You know, like there's trees floating by.
Mhm.
I'm like, you might catch a refrigerator.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's so funny.
If they snored, it would be hilarious.
It would, it really would.
My dog snores sometimes.
Mm-hmm. My brother had a dog that we tell him all the time, "Can you use CPAP?" He sounds terrible sometimes when he sleeps.
So you can see that he's basically asleep or very relaxed, but he's still holding on.
Mm-hmm.
So their relaxed state is just kind of clamped on. So
Yeah,
if they
right.
even pass away up in the trees, they won't fall unless they get knocked out of the trees sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah. So when people are
Well,
like,
yeah, because I mean, you see them,
Oh.
you know, hanging in from the trees, and you know, it's obvious that they're sleeping.
yeah. Because people are like, how do they do that all day? I'm like, well, God's kind of smart, and He made their tendons work a lot different.
Right. So they just hold on naturally. It's a natural thing.
They do kind of look like bats like that. Like some people, you know how like see how they're holding on, their head tilted back. But the animal that I think they act the most like is tortoises and turtles. Like because they're so slow and they're just like.
Right. You never see a sloth move
Mhm.
fast. That's what it was, you know, like I said, watching them up there at the other place, because when they, you know, even the mama with the baby on her chest or whatever, and just kind of, you know, slowly moving through the trees. It was just so cool to watch.
He's like so relaxed.
I know.
That's a good sign.
Horses and showing earlier. They're just chilling. We're gonna get home and our dogs are gonna be,
Smelling.
that's a different smell.
Yeah, I was like, what's that smell? What have you been holding?
My dog, I think, has finally gotten used to it because it's like every day I come in
Well,
smelling
right,
like
yeah.
something unusual. You know, it's like camel, sloth, dog. I don't know.
Every day it's something
yeah.
different.
I'm glad we don't have any indoor cats though, because so cats and like litter boxes have toxoplasmosis, which obviously is not good for pregnant women. But for kangaroos, it's deadly, and it's deadly at 10, or actually I think 100 times more sensitive. So,
Oh, yeah.
like toxoplasmosis could kill all the kangaroos, like
Wow.
that.
That's scary. Yeah, we was watching the kangaroos when we pulled up and they're hopping back and forth.
Yeah, the big one out there, Rough. He's probably about 5'9", 5'10" right now. He's probably about 110. He's never going to stop growing.
Well,
Like never. The only reason he will stop is if he is not alive anymore.
right.
And he has the genetics to probably be pretty close to 7 feet, which would be like the record. That would take, 10, 20 years. But even the next 2 or 3 years, he'll be well over 100 pounds and in the 6 foot range.
Wow.
And he is alpha male. You can only have one unneutered male out there, and that usually goes up to about 50 females because they will fight to the end to be the alpha.
Wow.
And then even once they win, sometimes if the females won't breed, they will get rid of the other kangaroos. Yeah, they'll be like, nope. And sometimes they kind of do that too for, other reasons, but, I think God's kind of like, oh, it's genetics, need to, that's kind of how it happens there.
It's gonna make you look on both sides. Get a little drip on your shirt.
He's doing fine.
What's the name of the town? Noni? Nancy.
Nancy.
I was like, Nancy's gonna have to give you some money because you've been advertising their town pretty good.
Yeah.
Telling them to send you the checks.
But,
Oh, sorry, Dash. He's like, you're loud again.
trying to sleep here.
Do you see his little teeth?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They are gonna get huge. So,
Oh, really?
yeah. So once the sloths are getting into that 10-year time span and into teenagers, their teeth are like this long. And the
Oh,
same
really?
for their claws. Their claws just keep growing too. And the reason we keep live bark on the trees is that way they can kind of wear them down.
Oh, it kind of, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which makes sense.
Because think of like a dog. Like if you only kept it in its cage, you know how they get too long?
Yeah.
You do the same for them. And we don't want to try to Dremel them or trim them because their bones obviously go all the way through.
Yeah. I didn't realize their teeth got that big though.
And sometimes they kind of grind them. People ask if they ever make any noises. There's very rarely do they make noises. Chloe sometimes will be like, hold me. But to mate, the female makes a loud D-sharp sound. That's the sign, hey, I want to have a baby. They do whatever and they're done. That's it. There's like they don't hang out. There's nothing.
Shit, well.
They're like, peace out. You're messy. I don't know. So. And,
Do that again.
Who's here that can come help me in the horse barn for a few?
not the sloths. We'll make sure they hurt.
They need some help in the horse barn there, Dash.
You guys got it?
The horse ride must be back.
You just need to get a job here.
Right?
Bring the camper down.
It's kind of far. Kind of far drive.
Alright.